Hi, I'm Tiffany Domina. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my website is howtoentrepreneur.org, and my mission is to help you grow a business from idea to enterprise. So if you or someone you know wants to start or grow a business, definitely check out howtoentrepreneur.org. I have a free course there that is a framework to help you grow your business from idea to enterprise. So today I want to talk to you about 12 bullet journal ideas that will organize your business. So regardless of what stage of business you're in, it's likely that you sense yourself continually needing to organize day-to-day tasks, ideas, schedules, appointments, goals, and many other things that come up for entrepreneurs. It's so easy to feel overwhelmed when there are calls coming through and emails piling up and people needing payment and customers needing proposals, rising and falling sales volumes, and so many more things to keep track of. There's always so many moving parts in business, and you probably feel the pressure of balancing them all. So I want to give you 12 bullet journal ideas that will organize your business and make managing all of the moving parts of your business less stressful. So the bullet journal is the perfect solution for entrepreneurs who have many things they need to organize and manage. While technology and apps are amazing, and I can't underestimate how much I love them, the fact is entrepreneurs need something portable, easy to carry, and very customizable. And the bullet journal can be the perfect thing to fill the gap between technology and the mental clutter you may be experiencing. So what is a bullet journal? You may have heard of the trend towards bullet journaling, and maybe you're wondering what it is and how to use it to give your business an advantage. So let me tell you. The concept of bullet journaling was started by New York Times bestselling author Ryder Carroll and has turned into a movement. A bullet journal is a cross between a diary, a planner, a to-do list, an organizer, and so much more. It's a blank canvas of a journal that can be customized and organized in so many ways. I like bullet journals because you can use your own creative expression in them and create layouts inside that make it easy for you to stay on top of things. So you can definitely learn more about bullet journaling and the origins from Ryder Carroll's book, The Bullet Journal Method. And I've included links in this article to the book on Amazon. And I'll put a link in the description box to this article so you can stop by. And if there's any resources you're interested in that I've mentioned in this video, then you can see them here. So as far as my bullet journal story, they say there are people who don't have many ideas and there's people who have too many ideas. So I tend to be one of the people with too many ideas. I can think up products, services, people I should meet, recipes, and so many other things on the go. And I enjoy tracking my goals and progress towards them in a visual way because it's motivating and it propels me to continue pursuing the completion of that goal. Sometimes I just like to doodle my ideas, whether a potential wardrobe or some other source of inspiration. So just a little background, I've always been in art schools. I like to paint. I like to do a lot of things visual. So bullet journals help me keep track of all of my ideas without the requirement to format my expression in a certain way. I have pages where I have bullet journal spreads and formalize my note taking, and I have others where I can just capture my thoughts. While your bullet journal, or bujo as many Pinterest pinners call them, may not be a work of art like these pictures or the images that I've enclosed here, I want to throw a few ideas your way for how you can use the bullet journal to organize your business. So this is one idea. It's the weekly log. Now this person's really made a nice layout here for the weekly log. And the bullet journal can help you log weekly events you may have scheduled. You can list appointments, phone calls, project deadlines, or other pertinent things you may think are important for the upcoming week. Some people log into a calendar, but with a bullet journal, you can draw in the spaces you need. Maybe you have lots of tasks for Tuesday, no problem, draw in a bigger box. Maybe you have a few tasks for Sunday, draw in a smaller box. So you can really customize it. As you can see in this image, you can do it however you want. Like this person has a big box for Monday and small box for Thursday, and it's all up to you. It's a completely creative expression that you can use and kind of have fun with it. So I've also included some resources here. This high performance planner is by Brandon Burchard, and if you aren't familiar with him, he talks a lot about high performance, peak performance, and habit formation. And let me see if I have it opened here. So this is his high performance planner, and this way it's kind of already formalized and put in a certain way so that you can track your goals. You can track the daily. It has daily pages featuring morning mindset and an evening scorecard, and then it also has a whole life assessment, and you can assess your high performance habits. And then it has a monthly review and monthly strategy pages. So this is so that you can continue to challenge yourself. If you haven't seen my previous video where I talked about Darren Hardy's compound effect, it talked about how you can have positive or you can have negative habits. And when you take those positive habits and you track them and you continue to operate in them over the course of, he said, 2 years. By 2 years, you should really be seeing signs and growth as a result. Now, it also works on the contrast, and a lot of times we don't even pay attention to the negative habits that we accumulate, but we can start to maybe today start eating ice cream every day and cake, and then we continue to do that, and over 2 years we'll start to see some other signs that aren't so positive. So with a journal spread like this, you can manually make a journal spread like this inside of a blank canvas bullet journal, or you can buy one where it has like these things set up for you, and then you can track like your weekly log and other things inside. So number 2 is the to-do list. So as you can see, this bullet journal is fairly blank, but this person is writing their to-do list. And in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey spoke heavily on prioritization. He talked about how the most successful people focus on the tasks that are not urgent but important. And when you say the tasks that are not urgent but important, it's more of like the planning, the resting, the strategizing, rather than waiting until the tire's flat and having to take care of it when it's urgent. So it's like the prevention. So he talked about how the most successful people focus on those preventative tasks and focus on creating the habits before there's a fire. And if more entrepreneurs took time to prevent the wildfires by focusing on the tasks that are not urgent but are important, more businesses would succeed. You can make a bullet journal spread for your to-do list. It can be as creative or formal as you'd like. You can simply want to use the space on the blank pages of the bullet journal to jot down the priorities for your day. Then you can go back and cross off what you were able to do. With time and practice, a to-do list can help you evaluate your productivity, what tasks give you the highest return on investment, and what tasks take you so much time you would be more efficient if you outsourced it. This bullet journal spread could be vital to your business productivity. The Best Year Ever journal by Darren Hardy has spreads that can help you track your to-do list. So this one comes with CDs. I actually have this Living Your Best Year Ever journal, and with this one, it's really nice. He has CDs that help you because Darren Hardy, he's the owner of the Success magazine. He's also the author of The Compound Effect. And so what he does inside of this journal is he has various spreads to help you track your milestones, to help you make your goals, to help you see what you wanted to do versus what you actually did, and to work even more on that. So you can definitely check out more of the Best Year Ever journal if that looks interesting to you. And the next thing is number 3. Inside of your bullet journal, you can track notable events. Now, as you can see, this person has created this spread as well. So the bullet journal can be a lot of fun, whether you decide to buy a journal that's already kind of pre-made, like like Brandon Burchardt's journal or Darren Hardy's journal, or you can just buy one of the journals like I'll show you in a few minutes. And it's fairly blank, and you take like rulers and markers and make your own spreads. So this one is kind of a fun spread that they've made that can be used to track notable events. The third on my list of bullet journal ideas for entrepreneurs is notable events. Every customer, employee, coworker, vendor, distributor, or even family member wants to be remembered. And what better way to remember an important ally than to do something special on an important day of theirs? You can also keep track of sales cycles, when you typically have a drop in sales or when you typically have a boost in sales. You can keep track of trends in your business and other notable events. So maybe you have upcoming networking events or different things going on. You can track all of that inside of the notable events. So you can also, this is a bullet journal 2-pack that you can check out on Amazon. And like I said, I'll leave the links in the description box. But as you can see with this bullet journal, it has this thick paper, and then it has lines or dots, I should say. So you can take your ruler and make different spreads with by connecting these dots, and you can also use your markers and things like that. So you can see that is like a leather type of material on the outside, and it has pockets and different things so that it makes it easy for you to carry it around, keep things in it, jot down notes quickly, and keep them neatly because the dots help you to make straight lines and things like that. So as you can see, you can get a 2-pack of these fairly plain bullet journals, and they're really affordable. $13.99 for a bullet journal like this. So that's also, you can make spreads like this, and that would be a fun way to track notable events. You can also track your habits. So you can see this image here. The person is tracking their goals. They have different quotes that are inspiring, and you can track different things, different habits. So we each have good habits and bad habits, and I'll be the first to admit that I have some unpolished areas that a habit tracker could surely help me to button up. So you can track habits like inputting receipts or bookkeeping related tasks. You can track habits like following up and holding others accountable in your company. We could go on and on with different habits you could track. You could track your eating habits, your sleeping habits, all kinds of things, because a lot of entrepreneurs notice that those personal habits that you have, even when it comes to how you interact with your family and recreation and things like that, all of those things help to balance out your emotional status and your mentality. And if you track them and make sure that you're balancing things well, then it can help your company. So there's all kinds of habits that you can track, but you can do that with a bullet journal. And then you can also track your budget and your savings. So like you can see, this person is using this bullet journal to track their project and to track the completion, the support, the meetings, different things. So you can track a project budget, how much did the person give you, how much have you spent on the project so far. You can track so many different things. You can also track your normal expenses, your variable expenses, different things that you have set up. You can track your savings goals. Maybe you have maybe you're trying to save a certain amount for working capital, or maybe you're trying to save a certain amount for an upcoming investment. You can track all of those things inside of your bullet journal. So in my post on bootstrapping your business, I told you I recommend bootstrapping as the main method for startup business funding. It builds so much character, creativity, and confidence. It may not always be the most fun because, yeah, you do sometimes, maybe you get in a situation where you want this infusion of capital, like how a lot of people are doing with these investors, angel investors, and things like that. But when you learn how to live within your means and build that contentment and sell, and reinvest, those skills really translate well into helping you build your character, helping you build your creativity, helping you build perseverance and persistence, and also helping you to build your confidence. So the people who can say they know how to grow money from $100 to $1,000 and beyond are some of the most financially confident people that I've ever met. In order to make bootstrapping work, you have to master the art of budgeting and saving. You can't spend all you make, whether in a business or in personal finances. You can write down projected expenses and challenge those expenses. See if you can cut them or see if you can make more to increase your profits. It can be very fun to challenge yourself with a budget this way. Also, if you know your business requires something in the future, you should jot it down and break the cost into achievable fragments so bootstrapping is possible. Savings will help you weather many storms, from clients not paying on time, because it does happen, to sickness and so on. So I couldn't stress the importance of budgeting and saving more. You want to make sure to do it. So you can also track your upcoming investments. So like I mentioned before, maybe you have big ticket items that you want to purchase. Maybe it's a course, maybe it's an event, maybe it's something coming up that you want to make sure to be involved in. And so you want to know, if the item is purchased, how much more efficiency or revenue can be generated. When would be the most beneficial time to make the purchase? How can we raise capital for this upcoming investment without debilitating the business? And there are other questions that may be situational that you need to answer before making a big ticket acquisition. But the common truth is, big ticket items require planning. Regardless of how you're funding the acquisition, it's important to map out the necessity for an upcoming investment. If you keep a list of what the business needs, you can also spot trends like new flashing light syndrome, where business collaborators may get overly excited about the next latest thing. It's like keeping up with the Joneses in the business sector. Be wary of jumping into things too quickly. Create a bullet journal spread that documents upcoming investments so you can monitor trends, set savings goals, and organize the business for its good. And this practice also helps with improving your self-discipline, because if you get into the pattern of just chasing after the next latest thing or the next trend and possibly debilitating the business along the way, it may cause your business to go out of business, because really you have to keep your lifetime customer value higher than your expenses. And if they get off balance and stay that way for too long, it can really put you out of business. So you want to grab your bullet journal and begin tracking your upcoming investments. The next thing you can track inside of your bullet journal, number 8, is acquiring skills and your professional development list. So Malcolm X said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." So it's important to maintain an aggressive learning pattern, and in order to do this, you have to reflect on what skills are most pertinent to your business growth. The bullet journal can be used to jot down professional growth and to plan for upcoming professional development. This bullet journal idea can relieve loads of mental clutter, making it easier for you to be productive in your tasks. So as you go on in business, you'll find, as you're learning, you'll find different skills and things that will be useful to you in order to continue growing your business. Maybe you find that public speaking is useful for you. You write it down, and then you can start to do some research to find the best courses or things that you can take to improve in that area. So it's nice to have somewhere where you can jot down those ideas, those skills that you're noticing that as you're doing your research or as you're networking with other people who might be more successful than you, you might notice that they all have this specific skill. And you really feel that you need to have this specific skill. So then you write down that skill. And you can write down the observations that you're making and maybe how the skill is impacting their businesses. And also write down how you can acquire the skill. So this is a good spread to have as well. And key performance indicators. So number 9 is key performance indicators. You can track your growth in social media channels, your growth in your sales pipeline or potential customers, your growth on your website, how your traffic is growing, how your conversions are going, how a landing page is converting, different things. And whether your key performance indicators are related to social media followers, advertising conversions, website traffic, foot traffic, or otherwise, it's good to have a location to write the results down. It's good to have the goals and the actuals so you can evaluate what's attainable for you and your progress towards or away from the forecasted goal. So this bullet journal idea to write down your key performance indicators will help you to visualize your progress, your milestones, and your long-term directions. Oftentimes, entrepreneurs keep mental clutter by juggling wants, potentials, and so many other things in their heads. So it's good to write down your key performance indicators to add clarity to your day. So I've already shown you the Best Year Ever journal with the instruction CDs on Amazon. So like I said, all the links will be in this post, and you can stop by and check out any resources that you're interested in. So number 10 is time worked towards specific projects. Regardless of if you're doing freelancing or if you're creating a product or if you're doing service delivery, in some way, time is connected with how much money you're bringing in. And if you can really calculate your labor costs and things like that, it's very helpful. If you can jot down how your time is being allocated and possibly find ways to make it more efficient or to improve, but you won't know how to do that unless you start to record what you're doing. So you don't want to be one of those overworked and underpaid entrepreneurs. And if you want to be able to get paid what you deserve, one key is to track how much time you're spending. You need to know how much time you're spending on each of your projects so you can evaluate whether your pricing is accurate or not. And the bullet journal can help you by making available space for you to freely write down your tasks and the time required to complete them. You can also challenge yourself by setting timers and things like that to see how you can improve the efficiency in the task that you're accomplishing. So writing down the times and things like that can be really helpful because you can see what is your worst time, what is your best time, what things you can do to improve that. So number 11 is healthy habits for work and life balance. So this is a really pretty spread, right? So you can track healthy habits for work and life balance inside of your bullet journal. So both relationships at work and relationships away from work are important. And these bullet journal ideas are catered to helping you balance your life, including your social and family life. So yes, you want to be successful, but you don't want the cost of that success to leave you loads of regret as you analyzed all of the missed interpersonal relationship opportunities. Entrepreneurs who haven't formulated a system for work-life balance have lost their spouses, children, parents, great friends, and cherished coworkers as they've compartmentalized their attention to climb to the top. So the bullet journal can help you map out your system of work-life balance. Some entrepreneurs like Lisa Nichols called it work and life harmony. So she was saying that you don't necessarily have to have an exact 8-hour day at work and an exact 8-hour day at home. It doesn't have to be so much like that. It's really more about the depth, and it's more about the depth than the width. How much of an intimate experience you're able to have in each moment, how present you are, how dedicated and focused you are. And so by paying attention to block out certain times and to be able to focus on different activities, it can be really valuable and help out with your interpersonal relationships. So you can set goals like, I want to spend X amount of personal time, I want to spend X amount of time with my wife or husband, I want to spend X amount of time with my children, and the list can go on and on. But you want to create a system to balance that, and don't let the scale get tipped too much in one direction or the other. And if you see it happening, then you want to be able to correct it. So number 12, a reward system for employees and for yourself. So everyone wants recognition, and what better way to be mindful of this human need than to track it on a useful tool like your bullet journal. So there are other ways of tracking rewards like phone apps and things, but this one can let you flesh out all of those ideas in an informal way. You can take time to think about what things you could do to reward people, or what do you want to reward people for? What are some interesting ways to award people? How often do you want to award people? And I've done different posts here on How to Entrepreneur about using things like promotional products, or using custom gifts and different opportunities you can do to increase customer retention. So I think this bullet journal idea is perfect for brainstorming, or a calendar bullet journal spread where you write in reward days for certain people like your kids, your employees, or even your spouse. So those are the bullet journal ideas, the 12 bullet journal ideas. And now you might be wondering, what tools do I need to do to implement these ideas? So these are the basic tools that you need for bullet journaling. By now, I'm sure you see the value of these bullet journal ideas for entrepreneurs, but your questions may be, what tools do you recommend? And here are the tools that I recommend to get started. So the bullet journal is the common sense one. This one is highly rated, and I've just shown it to you on Amazon. The links here take you from How to Entrepreneur to Amazon, and it would give us a commission at no additional cost to you if you purchased it through us. So you can check out the bullet journal from going to How to Entrepreneur to Amazon, or you can go directly there. But if you go directly there, we won't be compensated for the purchase. Either way, it's up to you. So alternatively, you can search for one on your own here. And so this is kind of a layout of different bullet journals that that I thought were really nice. And they have the dotted grids and things like that, and you can check them out and see which ones you like the best, or which one has the best value for whatever goals you have. So also you'll need markers, and Amazon has lots of feedback on their bullet journal markers. And as you can see, like this pack has over 2,000 reviews. This pack has 95, 534, 3,000, over 3,000, almost 4,000 reviews. So you'll be at no shortage of hearing opinions on which markers are the best ones for bullet journaling. And the same way with the bullet journals, you can see a lot of these are very popular. And so you'll be able to really evaluate which one is the best for you. And then another thing that people use to make the bullet journals really fun and to also make them effective is stickers. So I have several sticker options here as well that you can take a look at, and you can click here. Any clicks that you do from here will take you over to Amazon, and you'll be able to explore more. Like they always do, they'll populate comparable things so you can get different ideas and have some fun with bullet journaling. And lastly, you'll need a ruler. So a lot of the bullet journal spreads, as you can see, the lines were very neat and all that stuff. You don't have to do it like that, but if you wanted to, you can use a ruler to make the lines look really crisp and nice. And you can also use the ruler to make nice calendars and to make the habit tracker and different things like that, so that the bullet journal can have some areas that might be formalized that you make really nice, and other areas that you just kind of brain dump and jot down your ideas. So there are lots of other things you can do to make bullet journaling more fun or effective for you, and there's lots of other tools that you can get as well. Like I said, this is the reason why bullet journaling has gotten to be such a movement, because it's like a creative expression, but at the same time you can use it to strategically help with improving your business and other things like that. So it can be a lot of fun. And I told you about prioritization and the importance of it. I told you about habit tracking and the importance of it. And these are things that just help to improve performance, both personally and in your business. So hopefully these ideas can help you make a bullet journal to organize your business and your business thoughts. I've seen people use ideas similar to bullet journal ideas, similar to these ideas I've included, to increase motivation, to decrease stress, to increase productivity. And so I'm hoping these ideas can offer the same improved productivity for you. Now, I have some questions for you. Have you used a bullet journal for organizing your thoughts or for organizing your business? Why or why not? And if you've used a bullet journal before, how did that work out for you? Leave your comments below, and I would love to interact with you. Also, if you haven't stopped by howtoentrepreneur.org and checked out my free course, then check it out. It's the framework to grow your business from idea to full-time income, and from full-time income to an enterprise, if that's where you want to go. So that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more like it, where I do product and service reviews, buyer's guides, and also growth strategies to help you grow your business from idea to enterprise, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so you can get notified of upcoming videos. So that's all I have, and I really hope to see you in the next video. Bye.